Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Piera and today I'm here with all of the books that I plan to read in February. I'm leaning on them if that's what this is. So if you watched my last video, I talked about being in a reading slump that I've been in for 2, possibly 3 months. I have been reading, but I feel like I've been reading through mud. Is that possible? Who knows? What an image. I have a bunch of books that I want to read in February and I thought if I do a TBR, maybe I will be held accountable. Now I don't usually do TBRs because I changed my mind. I'm a Virgo. I don't usually do TBRs because I will either fucking get a bunch of books that month and not have any organization to it, or I'll forget that a book is due out that month, which I've definitely done right this second, or I'm just afraid of being held accountable for something that I don't want to do. These are a bunch of books that I do want to read at some point in February, and also content. If you are interested in following all of my bookish endeavors, I have a new book Twitter, is what I am trying to say. So I have a book Twitter that I made purely for books. It's called wolfish_books. Super original. It's essentially where I'm keeping my books I read in 2020 thread, which I deleted from my main account because that's where I put Nevernight. So if you're interested in book recommendations from me without having to watch these videos, you can go there. Books that I want to read in February. I have The Sisters Grimm by Pene van Prague. This one, I actually, this edition specifically, I got in a Luma crate, but I'd also grabbed the arc of this on NetGalley a few days earlier and I was enjoying it. I don't actually know how many pages through I was. I was enjoying it, except the formatting was confusing me, so I was like, I'll just DNF it and pick it up in a physical copy. And then, lo and behold, this stunning physical copy showed up in my subscription box. So this one follows 4 sisters who all have the same father, different mothers, but the father is essentially the devil. I don't think he's the devil. He's like some weird, mysterious, magical being. And anyway, these 3 sisters in 33 days are going to meet their father in this weird like dream place, and they essentially have to battle. They also have magic abilities and there is also a young man hunting them. It's very whimsical is the best way to put it. I'm enjoying it so far. You know what? No, I'm enjoying it. It's weird. It's really weird, but I'm enjoying it. It's like a weird sort of fantasy. I also have The Throne of 5 Winds by C.S. Emmett, which is a book that apparently I ordered in at work and completely forgot about. It's essentially about a princess and her lady-in-waiting who are thrown into the deadly schemes of 6 princes. That's the blurb, shorthand. I'm not super familiar with this book. As you probably know, I don't usually go into my books knowing a lot about them because I like to be surprised, and I'm lazy, is the TLDR of it all. I'm looking forward to hopefully enjoying The Throne of 5 Winds. I was also lucky enough to receive an arc of The Animals at Lockwood Manor by Jane Healey from Pan Macmillan. This is one that I just really like the cover of, and I was like, I like animals, fucking why not? But it's set in 1939, and there's this young woman who's essentially set with the task of looking after this manor that has a very elusive animal collection. But animals are starting to go missing, then there's this weird mystery around the manor, and honestly this one I picked up purely just because of the cover. Not super familiar with it, but interested enough that I'm probably gonna read this one first because it just looks like a nice easy read. Will hopefully get me in the mood for reading throughout February. Then I get to reread one of my favorite books of all time for our book club. So if you don't know, because I suck at talking about it, I co-host a monthly fantasy/sci-fi, mostly fantasy online/physical book club with Kaz from Little Book Owl, Jean from Happy Indulgence, Sophia, Els, and Rochelle. We have a Brisbane and a Sydney base. I will leave a link down below if you want to go and jump on that. We also do a live show every month, and this month I managed to convince everyone with my power to read 7 Blades in Black by Sam Sykes, which is one of my favorite books of last year. I absolutely love it. She's a thick bitch. Don't know why we decided to read it in February because it's so fucking big. But I'm really excited to read it. I absolutely loved it when I read it last year. I think it's so great. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I'm so excited for 10 Arrows in Iron that's coming out later this year. Super pumped. I have a whole review to it if you want to go and see that above. Otherwise, read it and join our live show at the end of the month. And I was also lucky enough to receive one of my most, if probably not my most anticipated read of 2020. I tweeted, no, to be fair, fuck you, I went on NetGalley first and I requested an arc. And it's been like 2 months and it just says pending. And I'm like, you just give it to me. And so I tweeted about that. I was like, just every day I go on and I shed a tear when it says pending. And the author of the book, bless his soul, for some reason follows me on Twitter and was like, hey, I'll send you a copy for a review. And I was like, bless you, sweet man. And so I was lucky enough to receive a copy of The Girl in the Stars by Mark Lawrence, which is his new book set in the same world as the book of the Ancestor trilogy, which is one of my favorite series of all time. Fuck yes. This one is about a young girl who is essentially cast out from the life that she knows and has to forge herself a new path and a new life. and I'm so interested because in the Book of the Ancestor we have this big world, but we don't know too much about it because it's from Nona's perspective and Nona doesn't know much about the world. But this one is about a young girl who kind of has to discover the world, and so we learn a bit about it obviously in the Book of the Ancestor trilogy about the same world, and so I'm really excited to kind of crack open more of the world of Abeth, and I'm hoping that maybe we'll see the return of some characters from the Book of the Ancestor series. I'm not sure if that's been confirmed and I've missed it or if I'm making that up. This I'm trying to flick through it now to see if I can see anyone's fucking name. I need to stop but I can't. Ah! I'm so excited. This one I'm probably gonna read in one sitting because I'm just apparently a psycho. I'm just really fucking ready for it, and that comes out in March. Anyway, those are all the books that I'm planning to read in February. I'm sure at this point more books will come up. If I finish them all, which I think I probably will, then I will obviously try and read more books. But if you're interested, like I said, you can go and follow that Twitter. I'll leave a link below if you want to. If not, also fine. Totally cool. Okay, anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye!